Hey everybody, Steve here again with Autohitch.com, and I was doing some research for a blog article today, and something just glaringly stuck out at me, or I would say something stuck out at me that was just glaring, and it really shines on a point that I have touched on and will be making in the future, and that is the car buying services, okay, and what the true definition of fair is. And let's face it, a lot of people, especially possibly listening or watching right now, and again, you are live with me now as I scroll up and down this monitor, you're going to watch what I'm watching. A lot of people understand that use these car buying services that, hey, I know I'm not getting the best deal. And even this gentleman here from carbuyingtips.com, which I recommend, he knows what he's doing and he's honest from everything I see. But this gentleman right here even says it, okay? If you want the best price, you know what you got to do. You got to negotiate, or you got to go to other dealerships and work between them. And yeah, that's true, and most people know that. But the problem is that when you go to these car services, right, if you understand, or if you understood just how easy it was to get the price that they're getting and how simple it is of what they're doing, you would A, ask yourselves why they're making hundreds of millions of dollars, but B, you would ask yourself why you need them, okay? And I know you think the answer to that right now is, well, because I don't want to ask that question. I don't want to get in there and negotiate. I don't want to, but you got to understand, these companies aren't either. They're not. They're asking the dealership, what are you comfortable paying, right? That, ladies and gentlemen, is what's called an asking price. If you have a car and you want to sell it, okay, if you're down in South Florida and you say, hey, Steve, I have a car, I don't want to trade it in or anything, I want to sell it, you can give me some tips, you help me out, whatever. Yeah, sure. I actually think I'm going to start doing that for people who use the program, right? But you say, what do you think my car is worth? And I'll say, well, hey, what do you think you're okay letting it go for, right? And here's what I think, what are you willing to take for it? That's what these companies are asking the dealer. Now, what is so difficult about you going into a dealership and asking, what are you willing to let this go for? It's the same thing. Believe me, you're not going to hear a different answer, okay? You're not, because, you know what? Let's just get right to it, okay? He's got his car buying services here that he recommends, and he usually mentions, hey, listen, the negotiating thing, car buying service is not going to get you the best price, and again, I just want to commend him for being honest on that. But let's start here, okay? Roadster, this is a small company out in California, okay? It's a concierge service, so they're doing everything. I mean, they're literally going to drive the car. I think if you're like having pizza for lunch one day, they will deliver the car, your new car, to you while you're having lunch. All right, I mean, they do everything. They do it for $2.95, and that's at the completion of your process. Okay, so they don't charge you that up front or anything. They only charge that when you're done and you're happy. Well, hopefully happy. But he mentions again, hey, you won't get you absolute rock bottom. But here's what I want you guys to notice. Okay, their pricing averages over $3,000 below MSRP. Now, if you've been researching car buying services for a while, that number may look very familiar to you. And there's a reason why it looks very, very familiar to you. Sorry, that's coming out wrong. That reason, let's get into that reason. Truecar price, right? Here's a little diagram here, Truecar price. $37,418. Hey, that's a great price. Here's the market average, right? Here's MSRP. 40 minus 37. Ladies and gentlemen, what is 40 minus 37? That is 3. Now, does that differ? Let's see. We got another diagram. Different car. Completely different car. We got a truck, pickup truck, Ford. Let's go over to Jeep. 35,949. 32,961. Ladies and gentlemen, what is 35 minus 32? That is $3,000. Now, I ask, what is a small company like Roadster, for all intents and purposes, a startup company, what are they doing getting the exact same prices on a car as Truecar? Can anyone, legitimately out there who's considering these services, or maybe you're watching this after using the services, that's rare, but For anyone considering these services, think about that for a second. A small startup company out in California is getting the same pricing on a car as Truecar. And of course, let's not forget to mention here that they're saying this is a great price, right? This is the average. This is the average. Here's our price. We're beating the average. Well, yeah, but a little startup company in California is beating the average too. And guess what? They're charging less money. Now, they may be charging it to the people that are doing it, but they're handling everything for you. Okay? Truecar is just taking your information and sending it off to a few of their dealers so that your phone and your email never stop going off. Yet they're getting the same price. Okay, well, some skeptics out there might be asking at this point, yeah, but hey, you know what? Maybe that company's copying something that they're doing, right? And I agree with that. That's actually the point. But maybe that company's got some trick up their sleeve. Maybe they're doing it because they're small. I don't know. There's got to be a reason, right? Well, let's find out. Let's find another big one. U.S. News program, right? I wanted to stay obscure. I didn't really want to go with direct competition to Truecar. I wanted to kind of show you guys, here's a small company no one's ever heard of. Here's another large company that some people might have used or not used, but it's more of a publication. So I'm trying to be broad here to give you guys a better understanding, and I don't want to give 3 Truecar-like experiences. I want to cover it broadly to make my point, okay? While I've been talking here, you might have already read average savings of $3,000. I hope that I've made the point here that all these companies are doing are asking the dealerships what you'll take for the vehicle. That's all they're doing. There's no inside. There's no connection. There's no, well, we have this buying program with millions and millions, you know, like an NRA or a USAA or something. Well, we have all these clients that are in our bank of people. And because of that, we're able to get you this amazing price. Well, yeah, but Roadster out in California doesn't have all the members of USAA, and they're getting the same benefit. U.S. News probably hasn't been doing this as long as, or using the same methods as Truecar. Not nearly the type of marketing, as you can see by the site, not nearly the amount of web designers and graphics engineers over there. But they're getting the same price. You know, all these companies are getting the same price, small, big, similar, or completely different. And what I just want you guys to ask yourself is, after seeing this, is, you know what, am I better off using these services? Especially when you consider, in the case of Truecar, and I'm not sure about U.S. News, but in the case of Truecar, you know, a dealer might get charged $400, you know, for doing that. And, you know, is that worth it? Is what they do, right, getting the same money off of everybody else, worth the $400 that the dealer doesn't like paying, that might come back on you? You can go in there, say, hey, listen, I mean, just here's an idea for you guys. You go in and say, listen, I went to U.S. News, I went to Truecar, I went to a couple other sites, and they all saved $3,000 off MSRP as an average. So I'll tell you what, you give me $3,000 off MSRP, and I'll split the difference with you on the Truecar fee, take another $200 off, okay? Give me $3,200 off, and let's do the deal. I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I want somebody to try that and come back to me and say that the dealer said, heck no. Now, you know, there are exceptions. If you want to go in and buy a Ford Raptor, okay, or a ultra high demand vehicle, that could be a problem, okay? But if you're talking about the regular vehicles, again, that make the average savings that are on these sites, the dealer's going to happily take that, okay? Because these are the prices that they've preset, and they've told these companies, hey, you know, I'm comfortable paying this. And that means they're making their good profit, which they should. But if you want a hassle-free car buying experience, what you might consider, if you don't want to do it the Autohitch way, which we will get into at some point, but if you want a hassle-free car buying experience, I would avoid some of these programs and just do it yourself. And just do that. Just say, hey, listen, here's the average people are saving on these cars. Just get me that, and I won't go through these programs. And they'll actually love you for it. And they'll probably give you some extra stuff, maybe some oil changes or something. Believe me, they'll love you. And guess what? The first person you're going to interact with is going to be the salesperson. And they are really going to love you, because most of the time, a salesperson does not get paid off of a car buying service, because the idea is that, hey, you didn't sell anybody anything, right? You just welcomed that person at the door essentially and handled some of the initial stuff, but you didn't sell anything, so we're not going to pay you anything. Sometimes the manufacturer, all right, I've heard of a case where Costco, the manufacturer, told the dealership, hey, we're not even going to attribute your Costco sales to your volume this month because why are we giving you a bonus on something that someone else sent you? That's not selling. Well, if you work there, it's selling. You know what I mean? It's work. And you should be getting paid on that and not told, especially in some cases, that, after the fact, oh, we're not going to pay you guys that on this. You didn't sell anything. So anyway, let's cut that off here. I hope I was able to make my point for you guys and show you that, you guys can easily, this isn't about, like what the gentleman said at, this is a website here, carbuyingtips.com. This isn't about, if you want to drive a harder bargain, you can. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is about if you want to do exactly what these places are doing, you can, and it's not that difficult. You can go in and just throw that offer up there and still have a hassle-free buying experience, and believe me, you'll actually pay less because the dealer's going to be happy you didn't cost them those fees. So anyway, that's it for today, guys. If you have anything to add, if you have anything to take away that you think I'm wrong about, please feel free to put those in the comments, and also let me know. Do you guys think that these videos should be in some of the blog posts? Do you think I should have these to supplement the different sections of the blog post, or do you think just leave it at words? Have these videos on YouTube, and that's have them in two different areas. Maybe that's better. I don't know. I'll take your guys' input on that. But thumbs up our video here. Subscribe, please, because we definitely will be adding more. And I look forward to speaking with everyone mañana.